This is a summation of the November 19th meeting of the Mendham Borough Town Council, 2007. The meeting started off, as usual, with a moment of silent prayer. Should be a moment of silence. But anyway, and the Pledge of Allegiance with God in there. All right, anyway, meeting began with a little tribute to the new administrator. I guess she was at the meeting. Well, I guess she was. And, you know, there was applause. She hasn't done anything yet, but there was applause. You know, we were fortunate to have her. Yes, that's right. Town she left, her son was on the police department. You know, I mean, that's just not the kind of, I don't think we're going to be happy. I don't think so. Paying $20,000 a year more, and I don't think we're going to be happy. Regardless. Okay, the next business was a bit of a wasted time giving some sort of presentation to somebody who went to, you know, the Department of Public Works, and they were top in their class in the basic tree climbing course, and somehow this merited acknowledgement. You know. But it is good that the borough will be able to cut down some trees by themselves without, you know, well, anyway, geez, not brain surgery. Get real. All right, then there was about an hour or more wasted on the, it's not wasted, but boring. The Borough Public Library presentation, a yearly event. Yes, they have the Fletcher Trust Fund. It's got $966,000 in it now. They do have to waste some of the principal every year. They keep biting a hole in it a little bit at a time. But they use the interest to fund some of the library programs. It's not a municipal library, it is a private library. The municipality does contribute to it, and they want, I guess it's $185,000 to be budgeted this year. And the town is talking about having the DPW take up some of the responsibility for maintaining the grounds in the building. Yeah, it's just the same spiel. You know, they have these wonderful fundraising events. They raised some $40,000, I guess, in fundraisers. Yeah, whatever. You know, it's a library. People who use it like it. But I don't know, you know, it's the internet age, really. I just don't know if it means anything anymore. It has any real public use. I don't know if it's something the public should have to pay for. It's a nursery school and you know, a place for special groups to utilize the services, but I just don't know if it's something the entire public should be paying for. All right, regardless, since I'll try to keep the rhetoric to a minimum. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of stuff here on the library, but you know, no point in going into all of it. Okay, so went back to regular business. There was a couple of ordinances introduced. One of them would upgrade the fees for the planning board and escrow accounts and how they're handled. I don't have the specifics, but I'll try to post whatever documents there are available. Then the ordinance passed, final passage, I think, on the Main Street parking, the new parking regulations. Then there was some talk about the Thomas track. There was final approval for the bond, you know, $1 million, up to $1 million. And on that subject, apparently the county is, the money will be, the county is going to put up the $5 million, and so it looks like everything's going to go forward with the purchase of the Thomas track, and the town might have to pay about $1,047,000, and the rest to be paid out of Green Acres funds and the county money. And the implications here is, you know, I don't. No one's discussed them, but it is land contiguous to the DoNotGod property, which they're going to put the new library on. Obviously, one presumes it makes that property more valuable because now it's undeveloped land right next to it. One also could question maybe there's an access to that Thomas track that maybe the town should put the library on the land it's bought, you know, but probably can't put a library. I don't know if they could or can't, you know, if they use the Green Acres funds, there's limitations. But anyway, there are implications. They should at least be discussed. Because it does seem like it's more likely that the Newfield property will get developed. Okay, there was some talk about a one-way street on, you know, the parking lot in St. Joseph's, need better signage. There was some letter of gratitude from Morris County regarding some of our officers participating in some drug bust program, and some thank you for that, which, you know, some of us really don't give a shit about these stupid laws getting enforced, and it's kind of disappointing that you have to mandatory property taxes to fund that kind of crap. There's more stuff on the KC problem. Apparently they're going to get a new sewer application, or they're going to file for one because they want to expand, and so they're going to put off the issues of them not being in compliance currently and give them another couple of weeks, and presumably another meeting or two will pass before that issue will be dealt with one way or another, based on whether they're going to be able to comply or not going to comply with the requirements. The staircase between the library and the Bailey Funeral Home parking lot that was going to be in wood and was going to be built this year is going to be put off till the spring, and they're going to be concrete stairs instead. I guess the funeral home requested a more substantial staircase, and the DPW apparently will be taking care of that. Yeah, the town is going to go to court, or has filed papers in court, and is suing, I think it's the backers, over the billing for the removal of the chimney after a fire. Don't have the details on that, but I tend to be sympathetic with the homeowner on that one. Then there was some discussion about the mayors of the different towns are talking. We're going to have representatives of the fire departments from Chester and Mendham Township, Mendham Borough, Mendham, you know, Chester Township, about organizing their fire equipment purchases so that we don't have redundancies. You know, they're finally getting around to that now after we spent $500,000 on a fire truck. Seems a little too late on that. Seems like a logical thing that should have been done years ago. And then there's a problem with the ambulance. There was a voucher to pay for it, $180,000, but there's apparently they're expecting payment on delivery, but in the contract the payment is supposed to be within 30 days of delivery, after delivery presumably, and that title is supposed to be passed on delivery. And well, anyway, it just has to do with basically it's $180,000. It's a lot of money, and there's interest connected to that money, and that interest would be lost if we pay any sooner than we have to. I guess that's about it. Yeah, okay. I mean, it's just a lot of crap in here. You know, a lot of it just has to do with the library, and you know, it's one of those expenditures. I just wish the town was more progressive in its thinking, more forward-looking. Libraries are a little bit archaic. Well, they're a lot archaic actually, and they're not going to get more vital as time passes. They're going to get less useful. It's a technology age. And if we're going to be making an investment of $185,000 every year, or $200,000, probably when you add up everything, probably should be in something more progressive than an archaic and redundant book repository. Services that could be provided, you know, for the $5,000 they raised in fundraising, you could hire somebody to deliver books from the county library to every person in town. So anyway, I don't think it's a wise investment. That's my opinion.